Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome to some more MXGP2. Today we are back with another track. I forget the name of the track. I know it's in Argentina, that's all I know. But in today's video, guys, we're racing. So like I said, I wanted to switch it up for you guys. I want to do a little bit of racing. So anyways, we got a pretty horrible start out of the gate. What I really like about that part, there's an outside spot where I can just get on the throttle and pass everyone off. However, Ryan Villapoto decides that he's going to run my booty over. So now I'm all the way back in 10th. And I tell you what, this race, not to spoil anything, this race was such a battle for me. Such a battle. And I thought there something good was going to happen. But trying to sneak through here, trying to get into turns. And I am very mistake prone, guys. I realized doing this race that I just lay it out. I lay it all out on the table. It's like, well, if I'm going to ride, with everything on the table there. Get a little bump there. He sends me to the outside. I get back in. Able to pass him off. And Koldenhoff, me and this guy battled the entire race. He gets me. He bumps me a little bit. And then I just get my booty ran over. So now we're looking back. Get the restart. We're all the way back in 13th. But these guys, I've noticed something. When it comes to turns, they like to go really slow. That's one of my advantages that I can have on these guys. There's only one spot in the track where I seem to be a hell of a lot faster, and that's after that big straightaway. There's another hit. I just kind of got bumped by everyone, and I'm like, well, I just might as well slow down. But yeah, literally, it was just a bump fest, and then I almost get cut off there, pushing two guys wide, and then almost get cut off by the inside man. But yeah, there's a lot of areas where I just seem to be just a tad bit faster. If I could hit this section right, usually a lot faster than them. Right here is where I really can make up some time on people through that little turn right there, and then coming up here, this is where I slow down a little bit. Because I always seem to drift a little left coming into that turn there. And then right after this tabletop and over the finish line jump, it's this nice long straightaway. And usually for some reason people are a little faster than me going through that section. But I take this wide turn and get that nice speed off that berm. And then what I like to do is try to ride all the way out here. But what you see is, actually no, it wasn't this lap. I can get so much speed and I can just pass everyone off. I went from what, like 13th to 7 in just that little bit of time there. And then coming into the end of that section, that's when everyone seems to just get a little bit more speed. But here, I'm actually going to be able to carry a little more. Find myself sitting in 6th, get a little bump there for, I guess his name is Carloli. And I hate how they put that bump there. If they didn't put that bump there, I'd be able to blast through that corner. Then through that section, it's kind of like more of like a roller section, but I kind of treat it as if it's a whoop section. Just put my weight on the back end of the bike. Get a little sloppy there, and then just let Villapoto have the inside here, which I started realizing that the CPU really likes that inside line there. So in order to not get past there, I kind of had to take it away. Like I said, I just took the inside away from Villapoto. So I'm kind of riding a really aggressively, but that's just the way I race. But as you see, I actually slow up here. I'm like, all right, I'm going to take this inside corner here. And this section is really interesting because right out of the top there, you got that little weird bump, and then you hit the brakes and you almost fall over on your face. But then right here, this seems, I don't know, this section for me, if I messed that part up, like right there, I just struggled throughout the entire section. And I was never able to pick up speed until I got to this turn here. Then I'd be able to blow past guys right there, angle the bike a little more, and then just hit the throttle and then slow it for the turn. And a lot of times I would carry so much speed that I actually, like I said right there, I drift a little left and I end up getting taken out by a hay bale, which sucks. But it just seemed like that there was just some areas where I was just faster than the CPU. Like right here, I just seem to be a little faster in a straightaway, and then when I get myself into that big berm and just kind of get the bike going, it seems really nice. It seems to work out really well. Then right here, I go for a little ride. I get washed up over the berm. Kind of sucked because I had a good race going for me until that moment. I did have a few wrecks, but that's the thing is I'd be able to come back strong. Sitting in 7th right now, and a lot of Villapoto, Koldenhoff, and then that other guy, Paulin or whatever his name is. For some reason, it seemed to be those 3 guys that I seem to have the most trouble with. But then when I got up front, it was that Favre guy or whatever. Really aggravating. But I was able to get around all 3 of them pretty quickly within that one little straightaway and turn. And then here comes Paulin trying to pass me back, which he is going to be able to do here for a second. And then yet again, I just kind of let him take that, inside lane away. So not only did Paulin get back around me, but so did Villapoto, and then I screw up and find myself flying off the track, so that's always fun too. So you gotta, and for this section, I've noticed when I first started doing time trials on this track, I always would try to jump that and think that I can actually make that, but it's just almost impossible. You almost have to roll the first one and then hit the, I don't know if that was a tabletop or double slash thing at the end there, but then right here, like I said, if I hit this section right, I can go super fast through it. Yet again, did not go super fast through. Lucky enough for me, neither did any of the rest of these 3 guys, and I can make so much time up on them, kind of getting in the pole in there. But Coldenhoff try to squeeze in on the inside, but yet again, so much speed I just carried. I just, you know, get blasted. Then find myself yet again going a little wide left, but I was able to pass him off. But then for some reason, it's like, whoa, how is he gaining this much speed on me? Then he lets out of the throttle, and then I go ahead and find myself going into this big berm yet again. And like I said, this is my fastest spot on the track, and we're on lap 4 or 5. So I know I need the like boogie. I need to lay down the hammer here, you know, because I don't know, I want a top 3 finish. You know, and Favre's got that, you know, last spot. I think his name's Favre. I hope it is. No, it's Felberif or whatever. Man, I can't even say it. I don't know why I was saying Favre. I know it began with an F. Can't even pronounce half these European riders' names. Then I land on top of him. Don't know how you don't wreck there. Then he comes back and gives me a little nudge. It's like, all right, bro, I see how it is. It's like, all right, I'll have to get you in the next section, as he's gonna pass me back off, because I thought I had 3rd there, but apparently not. So coming into this turn, yet again, I leave it wide. However, you see the 3 guys that I've been battling almost the entire race with, I've kind of left them in the dust. But here we are. I kind of rolled the first one here, and then you just kind of got to hammer it. And I kind of messed up on the little, like I said, that's like a tabletop half, like, double jump there. But then yet again, I see that Favre kind of almost lost it there, and then I screw up and go off the track. I mean, that would have been a perfect opportunity to pass him, but I mean, you know, whatever. Then I find myself in this section again. Yet again, I'm just struggling. Don't know how I didn't go down there. Don't know how the bike didn't wash out on me. But kind of trying to fly through this section because I know I can beat guys through this section. And you're going to see, look how much speed I have compared to him. Then this time I get into the corner, like I've been getting into every other corner. Then yet again, swing a little left. You know, you think by this time I'd learn my lesson. No, except this time I get too aggressive. I find myself laying on the ground. Still find myself in 4th, though, unfortunately. And then I just use the random review or rewind for no random reason. Because I was thought, like, oh, can it take me back before the crash? It's like, no, it can't. So yeah, so this time it's like there's no adjustments I could make, so I just kind of wrote it out. And yet again, here comes that big outside line that I absolutely love. You just kind of get on it and just let it have it. And you see how I kind of just blow by him there, coming into that first jump, then just get right back on the throttle. I mean, unfortunately they have this set up for kilometers per hour, but I bet if you did comparison between how fast I was going compared to how fast everyone else was going through that turn, bet you'd be pretty impressed. But at this point, I'm like, all right, I got 3rd. The leaders are right there. I'm going for it. And you're actually going to see here in a little bit, I actually get up there and I get with them. And I'm like, all right, at this point, it's the last lap. And yet again, the aggressive side of me gets me going. So I didn't go as wide in that turn as I should have. But then I see these 2 are getting into it. So I'm like, all right, I'll sneak right in between these 2. Then I'm going to roll this and then floor it. Try to get over it clean. I do. And then kind of sneak in the inside here. You see how I'm kind of trying to keep second, but also put pressure up on the man who's leading. And then I kind of be able to get the inside here, kind of knock him off. But then right on the outside, he comes flying back, and I'm like, okay, well then we both get messed up. And then Nigel, or whatever his name is, gets back in front of me, and it's like, all right, I got this turn. I'm faster in this turn, and then it resets me. And at this point, I should have just quit. I should have just accepted 3rd, but no. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna push. Here we are. We got 2nd. All right, I'm going for it. Off the track I go, right into the hay bale that got me on the first lap. Get back up. There I am in 4th, and that is your race. So there's a lot of things I need to improve on. If I can cut down on the mistakes, I probably would have won that race. But yeah, so 4th, not bad. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.